and we have also received a strategy and been following it now since probably the middle of last year from one of our clients, Martin, who has used our bot and has done a lot of research on it and a lot of in-depth looking at the settings and that. And just at the end of September, after playing around with different odds ranges, etc., stop losses, he hit upon a formula that he was happy with, and certainly I've been happy with the results that I've been getting emailed from him each week, and I now use the exact same settings as Martin does, and we are bringing those settings now for you to use also. Now the good thing with Martin's strategy and anything using in the stop at a winner bot, of course, is that you can start with very low stakes, and it's that low start that enables you to do the loss recovery that stop at a winner allows you to do without getting to exorbitant heights. So first off, before we go into what Martin's strategy is and his settings, and he does use both back and lane, let's just look at what he's achieved with the settings that he's using now. And the settings, these results he has been sending to me the week after each week's racing. So these I've been getting these live, as you could say. So if we just look at just get my little toolbox out. If we look at here in his lane category, you can see there he's made 252 pounds profit. Now this is starting from a very low base. He started with these settings in September with a £600 bank. So you can see there the returns that he's sort of getting, and I'll show you another set of figures shortly that does have the percentages of the return on risk for the lays and indeed the return on income for the backing. But let's just quickly look at here. We can see the lays there have made £252 profit. The backs have made £440 profit, and you can see there a total profit after commission and that £696 profit. So his £600 bank has actually, in the 5 months, because September starts on the 28th, so it's only a couple of days in September, and then we can see here in October and February, it's to the 21st. So we can see there he's doubled his bank in 5 months, starting with very small, like I'm talking about 20p, 30p bets. So a good start, no losing months, and if we go to the chart, we can see just the continued, the purple line is the bank growth, and then of course these other lines here, the green ones are the monthly returns, and then the blue ones are the lays, red ones are the backs. So you can see that he's done very well in the 5 months since he's been using these settings. These ones here are just giving you an idea on return on investment, which is very important. If we look here, this is his return on investment. So for every pound or 10p invested, the return is there. So in September, and we can't really take September in because it's like 3 days, he got 39% back. You can see there his outlays. He's outlaid £3,000, so he's turned over £3,000 to make that £444 profit, which is a 14.8% return on investment, and he's had 1,700 bets. And keep in mind that of those 1,700 bets, he's not placed one of those bets. The software has done it all for him, hands-free, away from the computer. We just look over the other side, we see on the laying stats, we use the liability because that is the amount of money you're actually risking to make the return. So he's actually risked £2,448 to make his $242 or £244 profit. So he's made a 10% return on the risk that he's had on those lay bets. So that for laying, and when you consider, when you look at the odds that he's laying, he's not laying anything over £3.20, so very low odds. Okay, so that is the sort of returns that Martin's had for the last 5 months. I've tapped into that for the last month, and I can verify these figures because they're what I'm getting as well. and I have now started 2 weeks ago doing it on Australian racing, so I'll wait for 1 month before I post the Australian returns. But at the moment, yes, I'm in front. I've grown my bank by about 10%, I think, so it's looking good. Okay, let's move on. Just before I go on to the settings, just want to show you this period of time here in November, just because I know a lot of people are adverse to lays, etc. But look at this here, from the 6th of November here down to, if I scroll down to the 10th of November, there's 45, I think, lays there, of which 5 of them were unsuccessful. That's 40 lays on odds between 2 and 3.2. So, you know, if you are adverse to lays and that, please have a look at the laying side if you're going to use Martin's strategy, because the lays, there's a lot of money to be made there in the lays. Below this video you'll see the lays and you'll see how the banks and that are formulated. But just quickly looking at the UK, this is the backing tabs for Martin's strategy. You can see he's backing horses favourites between 2.5 and 5 as the maximum odds. Minimum amount matched is 5,000. Well, that's and he's betting 60 seconds before the off, and his ranges and from 5 to 20. And as I said, just using the UK racing here, okay, and we're just using the win market. And if we just scroll down, all these settings are just below the video, and are also in, there's a PDF down below too that you can download, and it's got all the settings and that in it, including the bank and risks, etc. But here on our laying side, he's only laying between 2 and 3.2. Okay, and you'll see below here there's a chart showing his longest runs of outs and that for lays and for backs. The other important thing when you're looking at Martin's stop loss and stop profit is the formula of how he gets it and how he does the bank. But that is all explained in the PDF down below if you want to download it, or you can see it directly below this video. Okay, so Martin's lays, you can start small. So if you're a 10p, 20p punter, you can start small and build your bank using Martin's strategies. Now we are using it, as I said, on Australia, and as I get the results, I will post them. And if they bomb out, I'll tell you about it. I won't, you know, just erase them and slink off into the dark. So thanks for watching this on Martin's lays. If you have got stop at a winner, then please consider looking at Martin's lays, or even if you just want to do Martin's, Martin's strategy, which includes laying and backing. If you're only using the backing tab on your stop at a window, why not look at just using Martin's laying settings on the lay tab? You know, it's making good money. 10% return on risk is very good in this sort of business. Okay, on behalf of Michael and myself, Steve Davidson, thanks a lot for watching this video on Martin's strategy, and I hope that you'll download the PDF, have a read. Just even if you want to try it manually, it's a lot harder than just using the bot. And thanks again for your time. Much appreciated. Cheers.